Hi there, everybody. Welcome to another album review. My name is Christian Eschbach. Hey, everyone. I honestly never thought I would be doing this album, and I even mentioned in one of my previous reviews for the Beatles that I didn't think I'd ever be doing this album. And the album that we're talking about is the Beatles Magical Mystery Tour. The reason why I honestly thought I would never be doing this is it was an EP released in the US, or I mean, an EP released in the UK originally to go with a television production, Magical Mystery Tour. And that contained the first 6 songs, I believe, on this album. And those 6 songs, all recorded specifically for this, all done specifically as an EP. But when it came time for release in the States, in the US, they slapped on a bunch of the singles because singles weren't as popular in the US. So for them at that time, I think that's a crock. I think that was more the record industry just wasn't doing their job properly. But that's why I never thought I was going to review this, because I covered, honestly, a good chunk of these songs already because of greatest hits albums. Now, there are 3 songs on here 100% for sure I know I've never talked about before. And there's other ones I really have gotten into and I know I've talked about. So we're just going to kind of blow through this kind of quickly. It's going to be one of the faster reviews. So if I remember correct how this works correctly, the first 6 songs on here, so you're talking Magical Mystery Tour, The Fool on the Hill, Flying, Blue Jay Way, Your Mother Should Know, and I Am the Walrus, were part of the actual Magical Mystery Tour album. Magical Mystery Tour, great song, absolutely love it, great way to start off the album and everything. It's one of those ones where I would cover it in a band. Magical Mystery Tour is just a really good, fun song, man. And I really like the high energy to it. Even when it slows down, it's got such great energy to it. It's really fun. The Fool on the Hill. This is one of those Beatles songs I was never overly into. Artistically, it's a beautiful song. I think it's well crafted, well put together. This is one of those cases where The Fool on the Hill is a song that I'm just not personally into. There's parts of it that just doesn't work for me. But, once again, beautifully crafted song, and it's not a song that should be taken lightly. After that, we go into Flying, which is an instrumental piece. I really dig on this one. And the only way I've ever actually heard Flying before is it was used in part in the Across the Universe movie soundtrack. It was part of one of the songs in there. And I really dig this song, but I'm going to be completely honest. I do actually prefer the version they did with it on the Across the Universe soundtrack. There was just something a little fuller and more lush about it. But this version on here is really, really cool and really fun. The part that I really dig about it, though, is the way that it flows into the next song, Blue Jay Way. And Blue Jay Way is really a great tune. Like, total trip, totally doing the warble on the sound on it, which is great. And the warble they were doing, they either do it one of 2 ways. They're either panning it back and forth. Now, I know there's documentaries out there and all these details, and I don't remember anything specifically with this song. So I know you can correct me in the comments if I say any of this wrong or if you know specifically. But there's basically the warble that they created. There's 2 ways you could basically do it. You could do a panning where it kind of cuts back and forth between the left and the right side, which I've done. The other option is you can use what's called a rotospeaker. And a rotospeaker is just that. It's literally a speaker that rotates around in the cabinet. And it goes whoa, whoa, whoa. So you get a warble out of that way as well. And both would have been totally valid options at that time period to create that sound. But once again, if you know exactly how it was done, go ahead, you can leave a comment because I don't remember. Your Mother Should Know follows up Blue Jay Way, and well, that follows up Blue Jay Way properly to give the album some nice ebb and flow. I'm just not a fan of the song. To me, it's not a bad song. There's just no real major redeeming qualities to it to me. Like given a choice between Your Mother Should Know or Fool on the Hill, I'll take Fool on the Hill any day of the week. I Am the Walrus, Goo Goo Gajoo, man, Goo Goo Gajoo. I love I Am the Walrus. Absolutely love the song. Always have loved the song. So that covers the Magical Mystery Tour EP. Then we get into the singles, which I know I've covered. Hello, Goodbye, Strawberry Fields, Penny Lane, Baby You're a Rich Man, All You Need Is Love. All 5 of those songs are great songs. Realistically, this is a great album. All right, the American release specifically. Now I know that John Lennon specifically had issues with the American release of it because, as far as he was concerned, it was supposed to be the EP and the EP only. And that's cool too. Just as the EP, even though I know I played down Fool on the Hill and Your Mother Should Know, the whole way around, just as an EP, it's a fantastic listen. But as a combined album with the extra singles on there, which were just not available at the time as easily in the US, it really makes this collection even better. There's almost a part of me that would have switched this up, and I actually would have done Hello, Goodbye, Strawberry Fields, Penny Lane, Baby You're a Rich Man, All You Need Is Love at the beginning of the album. I would have put Magical Mystery Tour at the back end. But that's just for the American release, because as I said, Magical Mystery Tour was always meant as just an EP. If you want a more comprehensive thought on a lot of the other songs, because once again, Flying, Blue Jay Way, Your Mother Should Know, I believe are the only 3 songs on here I have never talked about in any detail. And those 3 songs, not bad. Not bad. Flying and Blue Jay Way, cool though. Really cool. Really dig that. Really enjoy this. And I should mention that this one, if you are one of my TWA fans, watch the TWA. This one was given to me to listen to from, in TWA world, Magnum Flip. In my real world, Gavin. Gavin actually is responsible for a few reviews that are, more than a few reviews that are going to be coming. Just because I got access to a lot of his vinyl for a little bit too, which is really cool. Okay, folks, that's it for now. This was a short one. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Was I not fair to a couple songs on here? Was I overly fair to other songs? I don't know. On your way down in the comments, hit the like button, the subscribe button, bell for notifications, how about me and you. Also, down in the comments, you should find a couple of links. Please check those out. Otherwise, folks, peace, love, take care.